back. Now, for our chef slot this week, we are in conversation with Nozimbali Mpanza, known as Chef Mbali. She studied culinary arts and pastries at the International Hotel School, and just after graduating, she had the opportunity to work in Texas, in the United States, as an intern for a year. She currently has her own catering company and does a lot of private and corporate events. This morning, she joins us to share more on her culinary journey. Mbali, thank you so much for joining us. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Good stuff. So what really sparked your interest in cooking?
Really, I just grew up in a home where we just all loved cooking. My dad really loved cooking. He had a dream of actually having a restaurant of his own. And he didn't really think of it as something like big, like in the city, or I'm from Newcastle, so he just wanted it to have something at home.
Okay.
So, you know, so yeah, I've always grown up, and my mom loved baking a lot. My dad was more on the cooking side.
Right.
So I just grew up in a home where we just cook. So I was just like, so why not fulfill my dad's dream, you know?
Right.
And just venture into cooking and be a chef. Why not?
What's the kind of influence that he had on you? Like, did he want you to to follow his footsteps and become a chef, or is it something that you chose because you love it?
To be honest, my dad was very much against me going to culinary school. He was just like, no, go get a normal degree first. Then when you have your things together and your independence, then you can start studying for being a chef, you know? And then it is quite a very difficult time at the time. But then my mom was just like, just let her do what she wants to do. And really, it is a passion that I really have.
Hey, because, you know, parents most say, go and study law, go and study medicine.
Yes, so...
and not really about what you really love.
Yeah.
So what kind of cuisines do you specialize in?
I really love, as you can see, my Italian food and Mexican food. And then when we go bigger, I just love my Texan portions. Okay. Yeah.
All right, because I understand that you also had your internship and first job in Texas. So was that background, you know, inspired you for the type of cuisine that you specialize in?
It really did, but what I did mostly in Texas, I was a pastry chef. That's when I started doing cakes, like your wedding cakes, birthday cakes. And then with food, it was mostly because I went to a lot of restaurants when I was that side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I see you got, what pastry is this?
So...
Is it pasta? Prawn pasta?
No, this is just a normal, it's a normal, what do you call it? I'm so sorry, teletangle pasta.
What?
I'm so sorry, I cannot pronounce it, but yeah, it's a pasta, and then there's prawns, and then on the side I have a lemon and my French loaf. Okay. And then of course you cannot have pasta without Parmesan cheese. And then I've got my greens on top to garnish. Okay. So you just sprinkle the Parmesan cheese, right? Yes. Okay. So what's the best way of preparing it before we get to the dessert? Okay, so I just boiled my pasta just the normal way, just boiling it with some oil and salt. And then I sauteed my prawns in some onions and peppers, some mushrooms and tomatoes. And then I just added some cream in there and then mixed it all together at the end. Okay. Yeah. It does look good. My goodness. And then the dessert, what do you have? This is my caramel cheesecake. Very simple dessert. Yeah, it's just... I see it's layered. Yes. What are some of these layers? So at the bottom, I have a layer of tennis biscuits, and then my caramel cheesecake, and then of course my cream. Just normal whipped cream with icing sugar. Gosh. And then you just topped it with some Ferrero Rocher chocolate? Yes, I did. Nice. Then I sprinkled some tennis biscuits on the top. Nice. And you're also a private chef? Yes, I am. What goes into, you know, being a private chef? What is it that you do? So what happens is, You know, it's private chefing is more like for intimate dinners or lunches, and then a person just calls me for the cooking service. I mean, if you want to have your dinner more fancy and just have a chef around to cook for you and explain what they have for you, you know, so that's just what goes around. But then also, I design the menu for you, but I mean, you're also welcome to tell me what you'd like to eat for the night.
Tell me, Mbali, how did working in the hotel industry better your craft? Did it in any way, or you're simply the best in jail with or without?
Definitely. I mean, the hotel industry really did shape my career in so many ways. Firstly, just having courage, leadership, and like in so many ways, because right now I work with people, you know, so I know how to lead, I know how to train people, because I've been in that industry before. I know how to tackle pressure, I know how to work around pressure. So I mean, it's really shaped me. And of course, just cooking. Yeah.
And in terms of the pressures that you encounter on a daily basis in this industry, just take us through how you were able to navigate around some of the challenges and the pressures that this industry has to offer.
So, okay, one of the pressures, the biggest actually, would be the fact that you have to make sure the production is done on time. So basically, I always work on a deadline, whether I have 10 cakes, 5 cakes a week. If they need to be done on a Friday, they need to be done on a Friday.
Okay.
So what I do is I make sure that I plan my week very properly, and I also just, you know, make sure that I have enough hands to help me, and I make sure that each day has a task that I have to complete. Okay,
so how do we get hold of you?
So you can get hold of me on Instagram. It is chef_Mbali_ the kitchen queen.
All right.
Okay, we have to. I know you're dying because of he has a sugar.
Of the
sugar. Okay, we have come to the end of the program. Thank you so much for joining us in the past 3 hours. That was Nozimbali Mpanza, our chef for this week.